What's going on, y'all? I want to welcome y'all back to the Raw Report. And today's show, we got my OG in the house, Kado. If you know, you know. If you don't, you might want to find out. But I ain't gonna speak too much on it. But hey, welcome to the show, Kado. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. Blessings, man. Thank you.
Blessed. I appreciate it. Man. I'm
Thank you
glad that
for
you finally came on the show. Give
having
my fans something. Let them know. Like I said, I'm out here trying to teach the younger generation. They ain't got no OGs no more, so I'm out here trying to teach them how to be resilient against the world. So, my first question to you is, when did you first become aware of ego, how ego was shaping our young men's behavior and their decisions?
shaping there. I would say it was starting to change uh when the when the phones started to come into play.
Okay.
I feel like every generation had its change of moments in time. Um, I'm gonna take you back to when the pimps was pimping and the girls wanted to be with the pimps, and then it came the drug heads. Well, the drugs took over and knocked the pimps out,
Right.
and the drugs, and then now the the internet came and it knocked out the drug dealers. Because
Wow.
to be famous, you don't have to sell dope no more. All you gotta do is have a good whatever, put it on the internet or the YouTube or whatever, and here you go. And you put it as uh, with the kids today, sex, drugs, and rock and roll go sell.
What do you think fame had to do with it? Because you said to be famous. I agree with you, but I'm just saying, what do you think fame has to do with
Okay,
everybody want to be famous?
that's your ego. If I can, if I can outdo him, I can take his old lady.
Wow.
What looked good on his arm, you figure like, oh, she'll look good on my arm, and that ain't always the reason. What look good on my arm ain't gonna look good on you. What my clothes don't make you. You know, they always say the clothes make the man, but it depends on the man. That's who's in the clothes. That's who make the clothes. The man make the clothes. It don't. The clothes don't make the man. And
So
that's what we got lost at with our youth.
I agree with you 100%. Um, that was interesting when you say that because I never thought of it like that. But what's crazy is we don't even want the girl. We just don't want you to have
Don't want you to have them.
her. That's crazy. Wow.
Yeah, just saying. Uh, he think he all that. Watch this. What I'm gonna watch? Because you only you only got it because of your pocket was bigger or
Yeah.
your nicer or you have the new whatever. So you just built up something to really for nothing because the she'll go wherever the money flow. I ain't saying all women don't.
Right. Right. He said, "Don't jump on me. Don't jump on. We just having a discussion. This ain't about that."
How the goes and how the young kid moving up
We
today.
talking about how the streets moving. That's what we
Yes,
talking about today.
yeah. So it's like back then, like I say once again, the women was chasing after the pimps. They wanted to be hoes. So then here go. Now the drug dealers came in. And all the women wanted to be with the who had the most money. Then now who they oh, I got this YouTube. I'm making this, and all the content that they make. You get paid off of it, and you don't have to. And you don't have to put no work into it. I just feel like uh, back when we was coming up, I was just having a discussion about that with some people at school. Uh, as we was younger, we had to think, we had to be more creative with our minds and our hands.
Drop your
And,
camera just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because there you go, right there. Yeah. Okay.
and the kids today, uh, the kids of today, they don't have to use their mind in their hands like we had to back in the day. You
Right.
know, we fought. We didn't have to shoot no guns. We didn't even think about guns. It was always fighting. And now it's Dracos and ARs and whatever else because of the internet situation. So once again, like you say, you don't even want the girl. You just don't want him to have the girl that's on his arm. Then why?
I'm gonna even double down on what you just said. What a lot of these kids don't realize is just because you could shoot a gun don't make you a man. That's probably the easiest thing anybody can do. It's
Yeah,
it's cowardly actually because you won't even step to that man on your own. You just want to start shooting at him.
right. 40.
Quit
You
playing.
could do 40 years of jail and won't do 4 years of high school.
Wow.
You'll do
You'll do 40 years of jail and won't do 4 years of high school.
yeah, you do 40
Wow.
years of jail, but you won't do 4 years of high school. And that's so crazy to me. Like I said, here it is. You have a $1,200 phone, smartphone. You got a computer in your hand,
Right.
and you won't even use it. And the crazy part about it, the school allows you to have a phone or a computer to do your work. You should be It shouldn't be no kids that's flunking across the whole United States.
Right.
And here it is. We got the worstest test scores. You know what I'm saying, in any country. So, and it's
So
go ahead.
no. I agree with you. I 100%. So my question is, what do you think the word ego? What does it mean to a man's? Because me and you understand what ego is, but these kids who don't understand what ego is, what do you think it has to do with their masculinity? And is it always a bad thing, or is it sometimes it has meaning, or should we just cut it out altogether?
Me, I say cut it out because ego to me something well, I don't know. I feel like it hurts you more than it does you good.
Mm-hmm.
Because you put that on your shoulder and you feel like, hey, you now you macho. It's like drinking alcohol or whatever substance that you might take to get you that pump you up.
Right.
And then once you come down off of, you like, man, why did I do it?
You wasn't never that to begin with. That alcohol or that weed and pumped you up to be something else.
That
Wow.
you shouldn't have. So and then it leads you down the wrong path. So when like I say, when I got older to really think about it, I was just telling my son this today earlier on my picking him up from school on the ride home. If I would have known then what I know now,
Wow. I'd be amazing.
man,
Amazing.
I'm talking about, oh my God, you just don't know. We always thought we had to have this to be this, and really we was already who we was. God already shaped us and molded us with the route that we should have been going from the jump. It was just that us trying to take a different route. It just took me longer to get where I'm at right now. That's all.
Right.
I did all the detours I went through. So that's what I'm trying to tell him. You don't have to go through the detours and the road out down here. I'm trying to tell you how to get straight to where you need to be at.
And that's my point for starting the Raw Report, because we done all the mistakes and all the left turns and all. I done been down them roads, and I'll tell you off top, and because like I said, you my OG. Done it, and it didn't get us nowhere.
Get us
So
nowhere.
you're doing it for no reason. I'm telling y'all now, y'all headed down a dead end. At the end of that road, it's a dead end. Might well turn around on that. So my question is, what was your turning point that made you step back and ask, why am I competing with other men, or why do I have all this ego? What made you step back?
I learned early on. Like I said, I learned the. Well, I was stupid and dumb most of my teenager and some of my adult years. When I turned like 25, I stopped competing. I was like, I'm like, why I'm in this contest with who?
Right.
I don't need to be. I had the Chevys, I had the jewelry, I had the money, the clothes, and what really turned it all around for me was I did a bet one day. I did an experiment, and it was a bet
Okay.
uh, that I can get any girl with the less money. Because my name was already ringing in the street.
Right.
I already had the clout, so it was like, can I get her without no money and less clothes? With the cheapest clothes and everything.
Right. Can I pull up without spending no money? I know what you're saying. I was there. Yeah, I know. I get it.
Right. So I went to Gold Blacks, bought an outfit,
Right.
bought the chain. Bought the chain out of there. Bought the outfit.
Hey man, you bought the chain out of Gold Blacks, so you had on the $20 gold piece.
This is no story. The whole outfit costed me $50
with the chain. If y'all don't know, that's the equivalent of basically saying he got an Amazon outfit with the jewelry.
A Temu outfit.
A Temu.
Yeah. With the Temu outfit from Gold Blacks.
Right.
Went to the club that night. Got all the honeys because they thought I had. This was when LeBron James first entered the league.
Right.
And they was like, LeBron's coming out. I said, I got him already. Got him on right now with the LeBron outfit. Did nobody know I had bought it from Gold Blacks? Chain on, Gold Black outfit on, shoes on, socks. They like, man, Kiki got the new LeBrons on. He got the outfit, everything. All because of my name and my clout that was in the street. They didn't even know I had on a Temu of today outfit.
Wow.
Like I said,
what did that teach you?
That taught me right then and there. It ain't what you got on. It's just who you are in that circle. Gary is a and if your name ringing out here, you can just about get and do, with the women. I ain't gotta compete with this guy over here because guess what? My name already ringing. She think I got that bread in that dough. So guess what? I got it. We out the dough.
Wow.
So you know what I'm saying? And they was like, wow, he got this here. Name just ringing everywhere. I come outside, you jump in the Chevy on 22s at the time was the rims, the biggest rims. Nice fixed up, nice painted job. Man, come to find out, I didn't even like you said, I didn't even want her. It was just to the point, just to prove to them that I can pull her.
Right.
And then what? I made your boyfriend mad because I took you out the club. and guess what? Went to Denny's.
Kept it cheap. You're right. Kept it cheap.
Kept it cheap. Went to Denny's, sat down, eat, took you back home. Didn't even think about you the next day. And then that what taught me was, man, listen, what you out here competing, trying to show who what for? Get in my lane and try to secure my future for trying to set me up for these times right now.
I
so
agree.
Hard. Like I said, I don't want to find a job that I gotta, or I don't want to be my own boss and I'm working at a job for myself. No, what I'm talking about working for myself is just getting up, hit the computer, saying, hey, okay, I made that today, I'm good, go back to sleep.
You want to own a business. You don't want to own a job.
Yeah, I just want a business. I don't want a job.
I got you. And that's what a lot of people do. Even though we start businesses, we end up owning jobs. We working harder for ourselves than we doing working for the other people.
Right.
And that's don't make no sense.
That don't make sense.
But look, what are some hidden costs men pay when they stay trapped in the mindset of the constant comparison and competition? What are some hidden costs? I tell you one, staying stuck. You can't never move forward.
You ain't gonna never get ahead because you constantly trying to compete with somebody that really ain't even on your level. I was always taught, like I say once again, when I was 25, 24, if you the smartest one in the room, get out that room.
You in the wrong room.
Wrong
Ooh, you in
room.
the wrong room. Mm.
You brother. Do what you in this room for. Go to the next room where that you can't speak that you sitting in that dumbfounded like, what is they talking about?
So you can learn something from them.
I gotta learn from them, because anytime somebody keep big up in you, I mean, where's you going with that? You know, you in the 12th grade and you trying to talk to you got all these kindergartners loving you because of the only thing they looking at is because of you in 12th grade and you got the chain and the shoes, the Jordans and all that, but where's you going with that? They can't teach you nothing.
What's so crazy about that, what you just said, and you spot on, I'm still learning right now to this day, and I'm almost 50.
Right.
And these kids now don't want to learn nothing.
They don't
Like,
want to learn.
what is wrong with y'all? Like, for real. When we was coming up, if you didn't go get your information from an encyclopedia or you knew somebody to tell you, you just wasn't go know.
Right.
And now they got all this information out here, and y'all just, like you said, you got a phone in your hand at school, and you flunking.
Right.
Something wrong. Something wrong with this picture here.
Smartphone, dumb people.
This phone smarter than them, Key?
The phone's smarter than you, and then, like I said, you don't even use it. If I'd have had an iPhone when I was in high school, like I said, valedictorian.
Wow. Without even a question.
Would have graduated from high school I would have been a doctor at the age of 18, like Doogie Howser.
because you could, like you said, all the answers is there. You just gotta go. It's the effort. Well, these kids are missing effort. They don't have effort for nothing.
Nothing.
They want everything given to them.
Everything.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, on the platter. And like I said, these phones and this internet really hurted the economy, if you ask me. Well, I ain't gonna say the economy, I'm just gonna say the younger generation, because you got DoorDash, they lazy, you ain't gotta get up. I can have food brought to me straight to my door, whatever I want to eat. My groceries brought to me. My clothes, I can order all that and brought straight to me. So I don't have to go nowhere. All I gotta do is shop offline. I can eat offline. I can do pretty much what I want to do, all from the comfort of my home. And that's what's messing us up. That's why I said, create some content, keep you looking at on the idiot box, and we just keep it moving.
I never even thought about it like that, but that's you spot on with that one when you say they basically lazy. They don't gotta do nothing. They ain't gotta go get their own food.
Nope. You ain't gotta go get I ain't gotta go get my food. I don't have to go outside for nothing. And then because when we was kids, Mama, can I ride my bike?
Look,
Get up, go play. You know, you want to
walk up to that corner store and go get me something. I said walk.
I want to play it. I want to play tag. I want to basketball, football, piggy,
something, anything.
I did kickball. Anything I can do to get out this house. Now the kids they in the house. They play the video games, and more video games is you got. I remember back in the day, my mama didn't even allow us to have water guns. We couldn't have no water gun or cap guns.
Don't even play with them. Now they running around with these fake guns that look real, and they wondering what's going on.
Right. So you got these water guns and all this stuff that looks so real now, and you got the kids with the what they call it on the games now that look so real. GTA, what's that?
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh my God, Grand Theft Auto, they got everything that you can think of in there. And Call of Duty.
Yeah.
That's all they play, shooting games and Grand Theft Auto.
Warping their mind. And I will tell you this, I honestly believe that it's intentional. They doing that, they really warping our kids' minds on purpose.
Well, yeah, you gotta think about it. That's I got a thing I wanted to sit. I ain't got it on this phone. I wanted to uh show you. I'm gonna have to send it to you. Uh, it said it's a Monopoly game,
Mm-hmm.
and on the Monopoly game, it's a bunch of old older gentlemen standing around. They Caucasian gentlemen standing around the Monopoly game, and right up under it is black and brown people.
With the game on their back, holding them
Yeah,
up, holding the game up. I know.
they
I
said we
seen it.
stand up, the game is over,
Right.
and I felt like they already knew what they wanted to do with the world.
Mm-hmm.
They already know once we turned 50, they couldn't corrupt us no more because of they had that. If you notice, the rap has changed once we got older because we went from uh, Sugar Hill Gang to uh, what was their name? The red, the black, and the green.
Uh, uh, what was their name?
Back then, you know what I'm saying? You had
Yeah,
you had
yeah. I know who you talking about though. Tribal, something nation,
no,
Zulu Nation.
yeah, Zulu Nation. See, you had them. You had Karas One. You
No,
had
yeah,
Gully. So you had all them rappers that was coming out talking about don't wear the gold. You had the African symbols, all that. And then the rap changed when NWA came out. That's when the rap music came and it changed. That's when it changed for us. Then
right.
now you got drive-bys, gangs, and everything. It was starting to change then. So now Ice Cube and all them had. Now they like, oh, let me calm this down because now they done got all the things changing. Now you got drill music. Well,
You ain't
instead,
lying.
instead of us taking over the rap industry and locking it down like we should have locked it down, here go the Eagles again. I don't want Jay Prince and Master P and whoever else was trying to make that movement to lock in to have the biggest distributors of hip hop. They're like, nope, we're not gonna let y'all take over a $1 trillion industry.
Right.
So they shut that down, and now you got all this drill music. We'll pay one rapper 30-40 million dollars to keep putting in these same songs about killing, stealing, talking about the women and everything else. Just keep putting that in there. Like we were talking about the other day. Sexy Red got a lipstick talking about gonorrhea lipstick. Now, what woman want to walk around with lipstick talking about gonorrhea or something?
Like it's cool.
Like it's
I don't even
cool.
want you. I don't even want my old lady to have that. I wish you would put that on your mouth. I'm leaving you for that.
You know what I'm saying? Don't what?
Why you even bring that around me?
I got gonorrhea lipstick on. Come on, man. I mean, but this is our society now for with the kids, and the kids is loving it because they don't understand that they putting you in modern day slavery. They trying to keep your mind trapped, and that's that ego that we talking about. Because you don't want to listen to you and I about what they are doing to us. So when you talking about ego is hurting us more than it will help us.
Why do you think that these kids don't want to hear us? Do they think do they really believe? And I'm going to say this. I don't know. I'm asking, why do you think the kids don't want to hear us? But if you can ask anybody of anything, everybody's trying to recreate the '90s. We lived in the '90s, so how do y'all not accept our information? So
Well,
why do you think kids don't want to hear us?
the same way we didn't hear our parents. We didn't hear them until we heard them.
It was too late then.
They did. You know what I'm saying? Like, once again,
Wow.
what I know now. But you know,
Wow.
our moms and dads always told us, keep living. You gonna get my age one day, then you gonna hear me.
I promise you that was what they kept saying. To keep living. You like, man, whatever. Man, whatever. Keep living.
I'm gonna live forever. I ain't worried about it. I'm 20. You in 18, 19, I'm gonna live forever. And man, they don't know. They old. That was in your time. Guess what? In their time, they lived better than we did. Actually, in their
It's
time,
almost like history repeating itself.
I'm talking about in ways that we didn't, because we always thought, no, you was in slavery. They wouldn't have did me like that. They doing you like that now. Just that they didn't beat you.
They keep changing the game. They keep changing the game, like you said. But it's the same game, but they changing the rules, and we repeating it because it ain't the way that it was then. Right. But it's still slavery.
Because of our ego, we don't want to hear. I don't want to hear that. What you talking about? I'm doing. If you sit back and just listen to me, young man and woman,
wow.
I can teach you something to get ahead better than how I played the game, because I played it this way. So I'm trying to tell you how to play it right now, this day and time, that we can beat whoever. You know, like they always say, the grass is green on this other side until you get over there. Then you're like, oh, I thought it was. Yeah,
then you want to go back. Now it ain't the same.
Ain't the same, because one thing I learned is that I can't get back. What I did today, once tomorrow comes, is over. I can't change. I can't go back and do it all over again.
Right.
I got to get what I can get right now, today, so tomorrow I push on better. So that way, I don't want to look back and say, man, why did I do that? Dang, right. I shouldn't have done that. Because now I'm setting. Because see, today, what I'm gonna do today gonna set me up for tomorrow. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna set me up. You know, because whatever tools that you got to work with, the better the tools, the better the job you can do.
And that's with anything. If
right.
you got the best tools, you can do the best work, for sure. Right. 100%.
I give myself the best knowledge and education today. Tomorrow, I'm setting myself up even better.
Right. For the future. So, what do you think men are really searching for when they competing with each other? What they trying to prove?
They trying to prove that I'm just better than you. And really,
but I'm one person. Why are you trying to prove that you're better than me? What about the next man? And the next man after that?
They try to prove to everyone that once we stop trying to show that I got the best car before you, or I got the best house before you. I mean, we all got the same thing. We all got a car and a house. It's just that now you got a mortgage and I don't. So what did you prove to me? Nothing but what?
I was just getting ready to say, and how does that make you win?
You know what I'm saying? Because you got a 4-bedroom house, but you went out and tried to jump to get something bigger and better, and you really got yourself in debt.
And spent all that money.
And I said, same thing. Like I say, I went to Gold Blacks and got the same. I got an outfit.
So let me ask you this. So I'm gonna connect. I want to connect this to something like spiritually. Okay. Like, I want the kids to hear this. When you get spiritually in tune with God, I didn't say go to church. I didn't say religion. You can go to church, but I'm talking about finding God for yourself. How does that help you drop the ego and find your peace and by getting connected with God? Because I'm early on my journey. I know you're early on your journey too, but I do know you're able to see the difference in the peace of what it was to what it is now.
I think God is my ego. I find peace in Him now in everything. They say He'll fight your battle. All you gotta do is stand. And what we gonna stand on? His word.
His word
should not tell a story. His word don't come back void. And now that I know He is the peace I need, like I heard Pastor Jamel say, he say everybody want to say, I'm gonna give you a piece of my mind. Guess what you just gave up?
A
Your
piece of your
peace.
mind. Oh, a piece. Okay. Yeah, you did. Wow.
You just gave up a piece of your mind. Why would you
Wow.
give somebody some of your peace because you want to
Tell them all.
be tell them off? No, no, I'm gonna stay peace. So what I'm gonna do is remove myself from you so I can keep my peace.
Wow. I
Long as
agree
we
with that.
long as we keep God first and keep him first and know that he got us, we'll always have peace. I don't let nothing take me. I try. Let me take that back. I try not to let nothing take me out of my comfort zone. Because as soon as I start seeing it coming, I start.
I gotta move around because this ain't for me no more. Because
No,
and what I want what I want the young folks and everybody else to know, it ain't that I'm scared of you. I'm scared
no,
of what I'm gonna do to you.
yeah,
So let me move around and keep my peace and go on
right,
about my business.
yeah. Because I don't want to end up somewhere that I know that it ain't for me. See, I already got in my mind when you
Where I'm
walked
going
up
with
talking.
this,
But
I already know where it's going.
because I'm older now and I already know what the old men always told me. When you see them old men around, man, leave them alone. Because they are my life. Don't make me shorten yours.
Right, for sure, hundred
Because
percent.
I already know where I'm going. Because I already know what I'm going to do to you. So, with that being said, no, I'm gonna get up and leave, and I'm gonna let you go and handle
You
your
can
business.
have it. Yeah, do your thing. You do your thing.
Go ahead. That's why I say I always tell my kids that I'm at home. Daddy, you going to the house? No, I'm going home. Cause see, a house can be anything. A house can be a trap house, a dope house, or anything. I got a home. See,
A home.
when I go home, I'm at peace.
100. Yes, I'm at
Yeah,
home. A
I'm
peace.
at home.
100% peace. And I'm
Yeah,
gonna protect my peace at all costs.
all costs.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, I'm not. And that comes with age. Like I said, as you get older, you get to a
Yeah,
point where it's like all that nonsense. It's just and Kado, you know, you could test to it. We did that thing better than most,
yeah,
so we know that it ain't that. What they trying to say it ain't that. It look good. The smoke and mirrors look good, but it ain't that.
yeah.
Ain't nothing. It ain't that.
It ain't what it cracked all up to
It
be.
ain't worth the peace. I can tell you that.
And the young kids gotta understand that. That's why I was telling them today. I was like, I was telling them the first pair of shoes. The first pair of shoes I ever bought me was some Pro Wings,
Mm-hmm.
and they looked like Jordans. And I cut the Pro Wing sign off and glued the Nike sign on. The shoes were number $35. Back in the day, they weren't giving us nothing but $115 working a summer job.
Right.
And I had bought them shoes, man, and I was proud when I got them. And I cut them mugs up and put that Nike sign on there. And I faked, like they say, you fake it till you make it. And
Right.
I faked it until I was able to do something better. And then, like I say, once I got a little older, I started learning that uh, the clothes don't make me. I make the clothes. So whatever
Mm.
I put on and whatever, you got that name out there for yourself. I mean, if you put your mind to it, once again,
You can do
creative.
anything.
We had that creative mind back then. Kids don't think for themselves now. They don't want to think for themselves. They want mom, dad to do everything. Mama, can you tie my shoes? What? You 25 years old. No, I'm not tying your shoes.
25? Ooh, Lord,
Right.
no. You better learn how to tie that shoe. Sit
You
down
can't.
somewhere.
How you don't know how to tie your shoes at 25?
Wow.
Mama, Mama, can you cook me? Mama, can you? I know people right now. They mama uh still paying they rent and lights and gas. Talking about, oh, my baby ain't gonna be outside. Well,
It
your baby,
is. That's what me is. They
that's a
got to
grown
go.
Then you wonder why you can't find no man. Because
Mm,
that's because you got a young man that's telling you who is this guy and blah blah blah. And he like, well, baby, it's between him or me. You
wow,
know,
it's getting bad out there, bro.
it's
Let,
been bad.
let me ask you this: how can men support one another in the journey and upholding and supporting one another in brotherhood?
Well, they gotta stop what they call it gatekeeping. You gotta share the knowledge, brother. You
Right.
share, like back in the day, each one teach one.
Mm-hmm.
Quit being selfish and share your knowledge uh with someone that you feel. I ain't gonna say, and I'm gonna say this: everybody ain't worthy of your conversation.
Now
No,
you talking for sure.
no,
But the ones
you
who are, give it to them.
yeah, you told me that when you like everybody can't go.
I
You
mean
know,
that too. I still mean it.
everybody can't go. So the ones that want to really go, the ones that really want to go because they go like they interested and they sit down and they listen, they taking notes. You can tell the ones that really want to be there and the ones that just lollygagging around and want to crack jokes and do this and do that. And hey, that's when you gotta say, hey, I'm gonna send you a code and you meet me here if you really want to know what I
More
know.
more about it. Right.
Yeah, 'cause
Right.
being as men, we can get together in a room and we can see we can take a lot of the crap out of the equation. We don't have to always sit down with a nice drink or everybody, man, let's have a drink and let's no, we don't always need a drink. Real men know how to conversate without drinks and,
Right.
and without uh, uh, alcohol, weed, or whatever they might have to need to get their points across. No, real men know how to come together, sit down, come up with something creative, and make it happen.
I agree 100%. And then my thing, I'll hit you with this one. We got too much work to be doing to be still procrastinating on drinking and smoking. We
Right.
got some catching up to do, especially when, like I said, when we was in the streets, that was one thing that goes with that territory. But we talking about some,
And
uh, I don't know
a
if it's
lot of,
called legal money, but some, you know what I'm talking about, on the right side of the money,
yeah.
where you ain't
Well,
ducking and dodging.
there's a lot of money out here, man. They got a lot of grant money. That's why I say you got a lot of men and women that's out here that can put us in the right path on the right track to say, hey, uh, let's get this money over here. But some of us is not willing to corroborate. I mean, what they call it, come together
Collaborate. I got you. Right.
to, to make something happen. Because I don't want, I don't trust him. Well, you don't know if that could be a good business partner or not unless you do put trust in it. You know what I'm saying? You got to trust somebody. And
I
sometimes
also want to add to what you just said, the trust part, but a lot of times it ain't even the trust part. A lot of times we won't collaborate because we've been taught that we got to get it out the mud. We got to get it ourselves. And they got you on the
right.
island by yourself because you got that mentality.
And a lot of people don't know you didn't get it out of the mud because of what's getting it out the mud. I mean, tell me how did you get it out the mud?
Right. Explain that. Explain that to me.
People aren't self-made. No, you're not self-made, man. Stop.
Never.
You know,
Nobody is. You needed
right.
somebody.
I hear a lot of, like I said, I hear the kids talking about, I'm on demon time. You on demon time until the devil show up. When the devil show up, now you don't want to be a demon no more, huh? Stop it, man. Stop
Right.
trying to be something that you're not. And that's what's wrong with a lot of it don't matter if you white, black, but green, purple. But far as black go, a lot. I talk to Mexicans, I talk to Arabs, and I talk to white people. They don't respect us because of black people don't respect themselves.
Wow.
That's why they look at us like, you know, if y'all dogging each other out, what would you do to me? You
Wow, that's
know,
deep. I never even thought of it that way, but yeah, I got you. Yeah, that makes sense too.
I sat and talked with Mexicans and Arabs and white folks and everything. They're like, man, just being honest with you, y'all don't respect one another. So why would we? You know, I don't want to do no business with you if you couldn't throw him. And I'm like, yeah,
Wow.
you know,
You can't even argue that. At that point, you like,
because if you think about it, the Mexicans come together and they always helping one another. Whether, hey man, let's put this car together. I got a hubcap, I got some bolts, I got a tire, I got, you know,
right.
and they come together, that car together, and all of them in that same one car until they get up enough money to get another car. Then they get another car. The Mexican dude, when I stayed in Indianapolis, they all stayed in one house and they all went to work. And he said what they did was everybody stayed in that one house. They bought that one house, and then they bought another house, fixed it up. Then you know the families started moving out one by one until everybody had a house. Now it's time to get a business. Jose got a grass cutting business and grass and trees. The other Jose got he do roofs and windows and doors, and this one do this and this one do that, and it's like, hey, and the women and the Mexican women is right there working right alongside of them. So everybody's working, helping out, and the women is after they get through working, guess what they do? They go in there, they run that bath water for them, fix them
Get
some
that
meals,
food, and we'll do it again tomorrow.
We'll do it all again tomorrow. But as black folks, we don't come together like they do. And that be when you start talking about that once again, it's our egos. Once again, there go them egos again.
Like you said, we got to shake that. We got to start getting back together. We got to do something to move ourselves forward.
Man, get out your own way. And that's what, and bring it back to religious. That's what that Bible literacy, Bible believing, reaching, and teaching church.
It teaches about togetherness.
Yeah, and getting out your own
discipleship.
Yeah, get out your way. Get out your own. You don't lean not to your own understanding. You don't know, man. Sit there and meditate and wait on God to give you that answer. When you do, get out your own way. Because the person that's really next to you, God done sent you the person that, and you just keep pushing them out the way, because
they don't look like what you. Because they don't look like what you think they should look like.
Right.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So, look, I'm gonna do some rapid fire questions with you. This is like one word answers or very short. Are you okay with that?
Yep.
Okay. One word to describe ego.
One word to describe
ego. It could be raw. It could be raw.
No. It could be raw.
It could be raw. This the raw report, bro.
I don't know, man.
Ignorance. That's what I'll call it. Ignorance. Because you think you know something you don't.
You don't. I say ignorance.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so competition, is it fuel or a distraction?
Distraction.
Wow. Can you?
Distraction.
Why is that? I gotta ask because I think it's a little bit of both. But why? Why you say distraction?
Competition is distraction because if you feel like you in competition with somebody, you're not gonna finish what you got on your plate.
Oh, right. You focused on something else, and you ain't worried. You ain't even fixing your own stuff. Take care of your own house first.
Take care of your own house first. Sweep around your own front door before you.
Well, you go checking on mine. Sweep around your own front door before you come checking on mine. Wow.
You over there doing your thing. Like they say, what you shit don't make me eat. I mean, what you eat don't make me shit.
Wow. Wow, that's good right
Yes.
there, bro. That's good right there. Look, a man you admire for his humility, or dead or alive.
Uh, Dick Gregory.
Yeah, that's a good one right there. Most misunderstood idea about masculinity.
Yeah. A lot of men don't understand masculinity, though.
Yeah, the misunderstood what I would say is that men don't have feelings. Just because we strong, whatever, they assume we don't have no feelings.
Right. But here go another thing. The men of the day don't understand that because of. I'm gonna tell you why. When I was in them streets, I was, you know, a woman supposed to be a woman, the man supposed to be the man.
Mm-hmm. Role reversal now. Got the men acting like women and the women acting like men. What is? I couldn't have grew up in this generation. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I ain't going. I can't go.
I can't do. I was just a lot of stuff that y'all doing today.
I can't play like that. I'm instantly getting mad. Off Burl, I'm mad.
Ready to fight. I can't do it. You know,
We go fight. We ain't got no choice. Hey, we ain't got no other choice but to fight because you disrespectful in too many ways I can't even explain.
Don't play with me. Like I said, man, don't play with me like that.
Please don't. Please don't. No.
Yeah.
So, all right, look. All right, one practice that keeps you grounded.
One practice that keeps me grounded. Like I say, God keep me grounded, man. Now that I got off
prayer and the word for me. I gotta read my word and I gotta get that prayer.
God keep me grounded, man. And I just keep focusing on Him. And the more I focus on Him, man, I start seeing what I needed to see.
Growth.
Focusing on, like I say, just me. Because at first, like we was talking about that competition, I'm looking at everybody. I can get me a car better than that, or I want that car like he got. Now
and don't that end up making you miserable? Like,
yeah,
I'm talking. So like, and I'm so because I've did the same thing. You be like that, and you chasing this stuff. You don't even really want it, but because it ain't coming fast enough, you end up walking around with depression for no reason.
And don't even need it.
Ain't happy with what you got.
And that's why now I wake up and I thank the Lord for what I do have right now, what He allowed me to have, and that humbled me and got me focused more on what I wake up and thank the Lord every day for, man, just my health, for waking me up, getting me started in the morning. So that's why
the Bible says, "Be faithful with a little."
Man,
so He can trust you with much.
Man, and that's
be faithful with a little, so He can trust you with much. But a lot of people don't want to be faithful with a little.
Right.
That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, God got me grounded and focused.
Okay, if you could speak to every man who feels the pressure to outdo, outperform, or outshine other men, what would you say to them right now?
Stop.
Just stop. Flat out. Just stop. Because it ain't getting you nowhere. Like he said earlier, it's a dead end road. Ain't nothing down there. We done been down it. We are telling you, we've been down that road. And we turned around. Look, we turned around and we come back. We telling y'all ain't nothing down there. Keep going if you want to. Be my guest. But it ain't gonna lead you nowhere.
Stop, look, and listen, man. Stop, look, and listen.
I'm gonna take you even a little bit deeper. If anybody, I'm talking about anybody that hear this show, if y'all go in your ghettos, your neighborhood, if you can name me 5 people that made it that made it from straight street life, I get it to you. I said 5. And I know you can't, because it's hard. It look good, but the people that you think would made it will tell you that they didn't.
Yeah, it's hard. Trust me, it's hard.
Right. It ain't as easy as it look.
No.
All right.
And
I'm gonna let you out of here on this last question, Kado. What's one small but powerful step any man can take this week to start moving away from ego and getting into God's alignment?
what's one?
One small step or powerful step that they can take to start moving away from ego and start getting in alignment with God.
I say just remove all negativity out of your life. You know, get that negative energy away from you. Sidestep yourself.
And read that Bible. If you just start from Genesis 1, read at least a verse a day, and eventually it'll get in you.
If nothing else, I'm gonna tell you a good scripture to read that I read every morning. I'm talking about I read it every morning. Psalms 23.
The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. He leadeth me beside the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadows of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod, thy staff, they comfort me. Thou prepared the table before me in the presence of thy enemy. Thy anointed my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. In Jesus' name, amen and amen. Hey, this been a great episode, man. I have my OG Kado on, so y'all got to check it out. Hey, look, I'm going to get him back on here because we got a lot to talk about to go in deep with y'all, but y'all already know what I like to say. Stay real, stay raw, stay grounded in your faith, and until the next time, y'all, I'm out.